Hi, this is Patrick from JDM Gems. Today we are going to be working on this 1997 Honda Acty. The problem is one of the rear CV axles has a tear in the boot, so we're going to be fixing it by replacing a split boot specifically made for a Honda Acty. The parts required for the job are going to be a pair of nitrile gloves, some brake cleaner, the boot repair kit, some diagonal cutters, some sort of blade, and something to take the wheel off. In our case, it's going to be a 19 with a 3/8 ratchet. So the contents of the box are the split boot, some grease, some boot clamps, and then instructions, and this is sort of a lubricant for these to go together. So you can see here that this is the part that has split open. The boot is completely torn and the axle grease is coming out. First I'm going to clip this particular clamp off. It's covered in grease, so let me get that off first. Alright. Now I'm just going to cut this part in half. Wow, that was the wrong way. There. So now for the outer portion. All right. So this is how it looks like now. One thing I did is I jacked up the other side so I could rotate this while cleaning it at the same time. And now I can almost see the bearings, and the inside is pretty clean. One thing you're going to want to do is clean the outside right here where the boot will sit, so I'll rotate the wheel while wiping this off at the same time. This is already cleaned. So now we're going to be using this applied grease. You're just simply going to squeeze in the grease that's in here into the areas that you've removed the grease from. Beautiful. Alright, so on the box that the boot came in, on the very top, you can see you can tear this piece off. And we're just going to put it over the axle with this to cover any dirt from getting inside the new grease. Yeah. Alright, just like that. For the next part, we're going to be taking this red vial and twisting off the cap, putting it aside, and the contents are going to go into the ridge. Make sure you do not miss any spot. Alright. So once the majority of the boot is clamped together, we're going to take the protector off and just slide it over, and then we're going to clamp the rest of it. So the clamp that was given with the boot kit was this one right here, and the way it works is you'll be slipping it over on the boot like such, and then you'll be taking it like that and then clamping it down. That's how it'll look like. And then you'll just beat these little tabs in with the hammer to hold it all in place. And so it'll look like that when it's done. However, you would want this to be on the left side, so it'll be spinning, the wheel will be spinning that way if you're pulling it like this, and the wheel is spinning this way if you mount it like this. Just keep that in mind. I will be using these clamps. I like them a lot more. You set your desired size, and you'll just be clamping it down with this tool. Just my preference, but you can use whatever you want. This is just a standard CV boot clamp with the CV boot clamp tensioner. Okay. All right. So some final remarks. The boot is pretty difficult to get on. That's why we didn't record the whole process. It was first off really hard for me to get the boot together, and it was very hard to get two people in there as well.
That's what she said.
One thing I would strongly recommend you checking whenever you receive an Acty is to make sure the boots on your CV axles are not torn. This is known as a killer of the Actys, as replacing the drive shaft is quite a difficult task. And if your CV axle is not clicking, it's savable by doing this particular job. I hope this video helped. If it did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next repair. Killer of the Actys, as replacing the drive shaft is quite a difficult. The issue is the rear drive shaft. It's not a drive shaft. They call it a drive shaft in Japan, but we don't call it a drive shaft here. Hi, this is Patrick from JDM Gems. Today we're gonna had a peanut stuck in my mouth.
3, 2, 1.
No, I just need to read it. I'm not gonna read it to the crowd. I don't know what I'm doing.